A very good and happy Thursday morning to everyone out there. Baby Friday, as we like to refer to it as. Landed here with you this morning to bring you your latest weather and eye forecast, courtesy of our friends over at On Target. Cold front has passed south and east of the region. We are definitely in that post-frontal air mass. Temperatures have absolutely tanked as we worked and progressed throughout the overnight, but the first real taste of fall is here. Take a look at the latest satellite overlay, folks. We got some high-level wispy clouds over there across Iowa and Missouri, but that's well west of the region. We're going to be looking at sunshine dominating throughout the vast majority, if not the entirety of today. Moon and stars bright and visible overlooking the WRUS Skycam down in Russellville. Going to be a beautiful, albeit chilly start to what's going to be an absolutely immaculate day across the region. Even a better view of the masterpiece of those scattered stars littered throughout the early morning twilight sky, courtesy of our WPBM camera overlooking Barren River Lake right there along the Allen and Barren County line. Let's get a look over here at the latest in terms of what our temperatures are doing early this morning, and it is a bit of a chill out there to say the least. We got readings nearly across the board down to the 40s here. Upper 40s across the region, all the way down here to 46 over here near Russellville. Flats of Woodbury up in Butler County all the way down to 47. Still hanging out right around the lower 50s here on the north side of Warren County. Regardless, folks, the dew points down between the low and mid 40s. There is some chill in the air out there early this morning, and as the day wears on, it is going to warm up. But with that being said, it's definitely going to be feeling cooler than what we have been experiencing. Let's jump over here and talk about the short-term model guidance in regards to those temperatures. This afternoon, we're going to do all we can to rebound right around either side of the 70-degree mark. I think some of us out there are not going to be escaping the 60s for highs. Then throughout the overnight, folks, I want to take note. You look right here on the short-term model guidance, it has us hovering right around the mid and upper 40s by sunrise tomorrow morning. I think with the setup that we have with the clear skies and the winds coming to a halt as we get into the overnight, we could be looking at some upper 30s to lower 40s by the time we roll roughly 24 hours from now. So might want to be aware of that. Not looking at an overwhelming frost threat, but we might have some sparse patchy frost out there, especially across the northern tier of the region in Butler and Edmonson County. Friday afternoon, we're going to warm up to right around the mid 70s with winds turning back out of the south. And we're going to be watching a weak weather maker arriving here out of the north and west as we get into the start of the weekend. Coming along with the cooler temperatures, folks, is going to be those wind fields similar to what we were dealing with yesterday. We're going to have winds turning in here out of the north and east. You'll see here as we get into the daylight hours of today, we're going to be looking at these winds gusting between 15 and 25 miles an hour. So take note of that, all right? Got any disc golfers out there like myself? The sunshine might be rather deceiving. Get out there and you got another little competitor there with your flying disc in the terms of wind gusts of this magnitude. We're going to work into the afternoon. The winds stay up, and then as we previously mentioned, folks, by the time we roll into very early Friday morning, all the winds have subsided across the region. Combine that with the clear skies we're going to continue to have. That's why I think we're going to see those temperatures tank all the way down. Anywhere between the upper 30s to lower 40s, I think, could be the coldest we see across the region, with the vast majority holding right around the low to mid 40s range, all right? We work throughout our Friday, however, we're still going to have some northeasterly winds. It's not going to be as strong as what we're going to deal with throughout the day. They'll be on the magnitude closer to 5 to 10 miles an hour for us to finish out the work week. Let's talk about the big picture. Landon, where are those strong northeast winds coming from? Clockwise flow around this area of high pressure over the Great Lakes has been our saving grace. This northeasterly flow is going to keep the humidity and dew points well down into the 40s. Combine that with these temperatures, folks, right around the upper 60s to lower 70s. It is going to be chef's kiss in the great outdoors to enjoy, and just have those winds to combat from time to time. As we get into our Friday and the weekend to follow, high pressure is going to set up right off of the East Coast. Low pressure is going to be developing right here over the Great Lakes, and with high pressure here, take a look at what's going to be coming off of this upper low as well. We got this surface low that's located right over here in our vicinity, and as we progress into the Saturday morning hours, that cold front's going to be approaching out of the north and west. Now, it's worth mentioning, got into showcasing a bare minimum of moisture coming along with this. With a cold front expected to wash out by the time it gets here, I do expect to see a bit of an uptick in cloud cover, in particular upper level clouds, so it will kind of look like a filter over the sunshine. With that being said, maybe a stray sprinkle here or there, but for the most part, I think we're going to be dry as a bone throughout the weekend, folks, with just a bit of an uptick in that upper level sky cover possible throughout our Saturday, okay? So here we are working into the Saturday afternoon time frame. Cold front washes out and works east of the region. Sunday, here we are rolling into Monday and Tuesday of the new work week. Got a cold front approaching from the west and this coastal low. We got this little pseudo ridge that's built in here that looks like it's going to be keeping any and all rain chances at bay. Here we are looking over the course of the next week, folks, and we've just got no rain chances arriving until roughly 8, maybe 9 days out, with an approaching low pressure system here out of the north and west. But again, folks, we're talking about Friday of next week, not tomorrow. So a little over a week out to see if that was to come to fruition, all right? Getting back here closer to home, we were just talking about the rain chances. Take a look at the next week. We've got nothing on the board whatsoever in terms of total rainfall amounts, and that is not great news. We're going to have the latest drought monitor that's going to be released in roughly an hour's time. Looks like it's going to be a little bit worse than what we have the setup here. We did have the rain that came through here earlier this week, folks, but it impacted northern Kentucky far more right along the Ohio River than what it did down across our vicinity in western Kentucky. Could see some mitigation up there across the Ohio River, but for us, wouldn't be surprised at all to see an uptick in those drought conditions yet again. Quick glance out into the tropics. We got Tropical Storm Jerry staying off the East Coast. Doesn't look like it's going to be having any impact on the U.S. mainland. Hopefully it stays that way. Any hurricanes that are out in the Atlantic and do not make landfall is definitely good news for us. Full breakdown of your next 7-day weather forecast. A true taste of fall today into our Friday. I don't think we're going to be escaping the 60s today. We'll bump highs up between the low and mid 70s on Friday. A bit of an uptick in that upper level sky cover I think is in store on Saturday, but the warmer temperature is going to be arriving as well. Continuing into our Sunday, all the way throughout the following Monday as well, with highs located between the mid and upper 70s, and by Tuesday afternoon, going to be right back up with hitting highs near 80. But if you look at the overnights, folks, tonight, all the way down to the low and mid 40s region-wide, a few of us are going to hit the upper 30s, I'm telling you. And then we're going to keep it chilly, mid and upper 40s for the most part, Friday into Saturday night, and then we'll moderate those temperatures a bit as we work into next week. Friends, is going to wrap up your Thursday morning Baby Friday edition of your Whether or Not forecast, brought to you by none other than On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a fantastic Thursday.